There's Jack and Josie just laying out her. Oh, Josie just started waggling her tail when she heard her name. So Josie just stood up and kind of sauntered away. Jack, who's the redder golden retriever, he likes to just sit there and listen and take in the sounds in the early morning. He's definitely the leader of the dog pack. In the back corner, the little black and white dog is Paisley. She's kind of the naughty one, but we love her anyway. She's been being tortured by a squirrel this morning. And there's Josie. She's a little bit younger than Jack. Jack just come up to me with a toy. And Josie's coming up to me as well. So they're both out of sight here, so I'll get to Paisley, who I just cut down some tree limbs yesterday, and now she seems to be all about the tree limbs. They're definitely stick chewers. I'll just put it out there. Retrievers are about to act silly. Here's their morning, and out of the way. Here's their morning wrestle fight. Sometimes they'll do this for 20, 30 minutes. It's my air conditioner kicking on. Yeah, it still kicks on in Oklahoma. And getting warm days. And there they go, back to their favorite thing, this you chew sticks. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. Yeah, a little bit. They're little stick chewers. It's like we tried to break them of it, but it's just not happening. It's funny. Usually there will be one stick preferred over the other, and all the dogs will want that one stick. But they seem to be sharing pretty good today. And so Jack is the redder retriever, and he's a year older than Josie. And we have Paisley, like I say, that's not in the field of view right now. She was a rescue dog, a foster dog that we had gotten. We were supposed to find a family for her, but we ended up falling in love with her, and we become a 3-dog family. So instead of a foster fail, I'd call it a foster success. But every once in a while, she's definitely the one that acts the naughtiest, which I like a little bit of naughty in my dog, every once in a while. But once again, there's Jack and Josie just chewing, we call it stick time. They're gonna chew on sticks. That's their thing. This is a typical morning before the sun gets all the way up into the backyard. They love just hanging out and chewing on sticks, and every once in a while they'll play fight with each other. But just kind of relaxing. It's just a relaxing morning. I sit in a chair and drink a vitamin C drink and just relax and watch them. It's kind of like they're better than TV to me. Hopefully, less violent too. They never get in fights. They just play. Skin. Jack is the dark red one, and Josie is the lighter colored. And Jack, I think, is about getting close to 5, and Josie's getting close to about 4. Believe it or not, they did have one parent in common, even though they're different litters. They did have one parent in common. I don't know if it was the male or the female, but they do have the same hip shape. Their hips are real skinny. A lot of times when we go to the dog park, that throws people off or for a loop. Especially Jack, the darker one, he gets mistaken for a Irish setter a lot, and it just is because he's a skinny hip dog. And we kind of like the little skinny hips on him. Just we're hoping that that'll translate into less hip problems later on. And another thing we'll see other golden retrievers come in. They'll have a little bigger hips, but also they'll come in with much larger feet. Whereas Jack and Josie, their feet aren't exceptionally large. I mean, they're not crazy small, but they're not exceptionally large either. And so, yeah, just a little different looking body shape for a golden retriever. And like I say, we like it. Jack, the red one, he's our first golden retriever that we ever got. And truthfully, I wish I would have discovered this breed way long ago, because I would have had golden retrievers my whole life if I knew they were this gentle and especially this funny. Golden retrievers are just straight up clowns half the time. Oh, there's Paisley right there, our foster success. She come in and knew what to do, pulled the right levers and pushed the right buttons, and we weren't going to let her go at that point. So like I say, we become a 3-dog family right there, and we love her. She's kind of like an honorary retriever to us, which is, she does a lot of things that are similar to retrievers half the time. She plays their little retriever games of stealing toys and objects from them. And she's actually she's usually the one that can get the toy away from the retrievers. I don't know about other people's, but our retrievers, their mouths don't seem to be that strong. And maybe that's something because back in the day, they would have ducks or birds in their mouth, and they had to get them out or something. But Paisley, the black and white one's way stronger at pulling, and it's easy to pull something out of those golden retrievers' mouths, at least mine anyway. With that said, though, it's kind of embarrassing at the dog park, but you throw a ball at the dog park and they'll bring it to you, kinda, but then they'll want to play keep away with you, which must be a very fun game to them. They'll play keep away with you, and I always tell people at the dog park that their retriever is broke, and that usually gets a pretty funny response from people at the dog park. But once again, there's Jack. He's the red one, and there's Josie, or we might say JoJo, and there goes Paisley. She's being tortured by a squirrel right now on the top of the privacy fence. And every time he gets down on the privacy fence, Paisley runs and goes after him. Which my other 2 dogs, Jack and Josie, they seem to care less. And that's a barking on the other side of the privacy fence. Paisley keeps getting the neighbor dog in trouble for barking. So there's Jack. Jack there is looking at us. Like I say, he just said, I love that dark red color. That's the reason originally I got the retriever. I wanted a dark red dog that was gentle, that I wouldn't have to worry about being around people and kids and stuff like that. And I hit it out of the ballpark with him, and then we loved the retriever so much we got Josie, who's the little lighter colored. But I think about, I hope these guys live forever, but I think I'll always have retrievers. But I think the next one I'll get will be a lighter, even lighter colored one than Josie. Which Josie's, you can barely see her in the picture, but she's real petite. If Jack were to stand up, you'd see there's a definite difference. And we used to call her the permanent puppy, just for alliteration, the permanent puppy, because she looked like a puppy forever. She did. She really, even at 2 years old, she looked like a puppy. And we go to the dog park, and people think that she was still a puppy. But they're, like I say, they're like 2 peas in a pod. They are. They just like right now. They're both doing pretty much the same thing. doing stick chewing time, and we've tried to break them of it, but it just it's a yeah, it's hopeless. We're just happy it sticks and it's not rocks, because there was a time where we used to have to get rocks out of their mouths, which that was a learning experience with Jack, the redder one. It was less than a month after we had him when he was a puppy. He started getting real. He was no longer using the bathroom, and he started kind of getting bloated and swollen. And we had to take him to the emergency vet on Labor Day. This is back when he was a puppy, and ends up he was blocked, and they had to do an exploratory surgery on his colon, and come to find out he had eaten a McDonald's French fry box, and that French fry box had gotten lodged in his colon, and they had to massage it out. And once they got it massaged out, everything was fine and dandy. But that definitely taught us a lesson about golden retrievers: is they'll put anything in their mouth and they're liable to swallow anything, and that became a very, very costly learning experience for us. So yeah, it was a McDonald's French fry box in that red one's stomach when he was a puppy. But it was scary. We knew something was wrong, and like it was just a puppy. I'm like, whoa. And trust me, it's a lot more expensive to take him to the vet, emergency vet, whenever it's on a holiday. A lot more expensive. But he's worth it. We would have did that and then some. But yeah, that is Jack right there. And Josie's in the back, kind of getting into a little bit of a jungle that we're trying to get fixed. Because over there's Paisley. We've been cutting tree limbs down and all that. And they probably think we're doing it for them. It's like, look, they're cutting tree limbs down for us so we can chew more sticks. Paisley, we have no idea what she is. We got her from a rescue. We were fostering her, and Jack may be stalking Paisley. Paisley may be getting ready to get it. But we got her from a rescue, and she was in a pound during her early puppy years. And like I said, we got her and we fostered her for about a month. Oh, there they go. We fostered her for about a month, and we said, hey, we're going to keep her, and that's what we're doing. It's been years now, and Paisley's still around, and we love her. Like I say, every once in a while she is a little ornery. It's like the other day at the dog park, I put her in the car, and before I could get in the car, she had already hopped out the window and ran back to the dog park gate. So I was like, oh, Paisley. So now I have to roll up the windows before I put her in the car. But that's just Paisley. But I thank you for people stopping in and just kind of seeing just a little snippet of our little dog life. We come out here often in the morning, which is 8:30 here my time. So there's the Blue Jays coming back in. Yeah, but yeah, it's a little snippet. We try to let them run around and get their smells in and check everything out. We do have a doggy door. They come and go when they want to. I don't know if you can hear there's a cicada. Actually, you can hear a cicada flying off. I don't know if the video or if the microphone caught that or not. Most of the cicadas should be pretty close to dead around here that are around now. This time of year, you can hear a cardinal Yeah. So we have blue jays and cardinals and a cicada running around. And there's, once again, there's Jack. Jack in the background, just kind of relaxing. And we have Josie, I think. Oh, yeah, there's Josie. We'll call her Jojo Bear, or Josie, or Jojo, or Josie Bear. And she's one of the dogs that she loves to wiggle her tail, and her hips will get to going when she's just halfway excited. We kind of laugh in my house that you would never want to be in a horror movie with Josie, because she would her old tail would start going and it'd start hitting into a wall, and she'd give away your position really fast. she's one of those she's one of those dogs that she really shows expression with her tail, and like I say, her whole hips move with her tail. But like I say, right now she's just kind of having fun with the stick chewing, and we're just kind of relaxing out here before the day starts. And she's just doing good. Say Josie, like I say, I probably say she's about 3.5. No, maybe closer to 4. And Jack is a year older, so closer to 5. Oh, got an airplane flying over the top of us. There's a lot of student pilots that come over. Ooh, I think she's looking at that plane. I think not every dog will look at a plane that's flying by in the air, but she did. So once again, we're just kind of enjoying life right now in the backyard, and the camera's on Josie right now. Jack is over behind a bunch of limbs chewing on new sticks. Stick chewing time. So anyway, just kind of been live for a little bit. I just wanted to show you guys. Sometimes they're a little more active. Sometimes they're into fight mode where they play. But I appreciate the people that have stopped in and took a little snippet of life. It's neat to see just other people's little life of, I guess, I hear the word oikos, which means the circle of influence. And this is what my mornings look like. I'm a semi-retired fella that's 27 years into education, and I enjoy my dogs. Enjoy them in the morning, all time. But in the backyard, it's my favorite to sit down and, like say, drink a vitamin C drink and watch them be silly. And they do a good job of being silly. Paisley just ran off to chase a squirrel that keeps getting on the privacy fence. It's almost like that squirrel is like been put on this earth to torture her at this moment. And there's the neighbor dog gonna get in trouble again for barking. And you'll see Paisley coming into the screen here. There she is. And that's, they say that is our foster success. Once again, we were supposed to find her a home. We said, nope, we love her too much. She'd become part of the family. We think that she might have some rat terrier in her, or something. We haven't never done the test on her to see what she is, but she's definitely 100% mess, but a good mess. Definitely a good mess in our world. And we just treat her like she's an honorary golden retriever. And she probably thinks she is. She's around those retrievers so much that she probably thinks she's an honorary retriever. She's full of life, and she's the one you have to take to the dog park to get energy out of her. If you don't, you'll have a real interesting evening with her. She'll be running crazily through the house and run back out, run back in. Yeah, so she's one you have to really wear her out. But like I say, she's just being tortured right now by a squirrel that keeps getting on the privacy fence amongst that jungle back there. Let's see. There's Josie rolling again. Jack's too busy right now into other things. The redder golden retriever. And so, yeah, I'll show you where he's at. If you see him, he's behind now. Those they just cut down a bunch of limbs, and he's running around back there. Jack, let's see if I can call him into the Jack. There he is. I see he has a stick in his mouth right now. That's not a cigarette. That's a stick. Yeah, see that red looks great in the sun. I love that red. I've always told my wife I always want to have a red dog. Different dogs, but I always want to have a red dog. I really like that dark red, and it looks good in the sun like that. But like I say, he is a golden retriever. He does get mistaken frequently for an Irish setter. Frequently, because he is kind of a skinny guy. Saying earlier in this video, he has skinny hips compared to most golden retrievers, and so when people see him, kind of that skinny hip look to him, they a lot of times they'll think that he is he is a Irish setter between that and that dark red fur, but nope, he's just a skinny hip golden retriever, and just like Josie, the lighter colored one, she has skinny hips as well. And we like that. We hope that translates into having better hips, because golden retrievers can have not so good of hips. They deal with that hip dysplasia stuff sometimes. So we hope the little skinnier hips, and we do. They eat 3 times a day, but we give them 3 small meals. And interesting is my wife. It's been going on for months now, but my wife actually spends time and she cooks the dog food for them. She mixes up some sort of line, rice, peas, chicken, all this different stuff all mixed together. But they get their own dog food instead of the stuff bought from the store. And we're hoping that prolongs the longevity of their life. We're hoping that it gives them a better quality of life, because we're not completely convinced what they put into dog food, and especially the filler into dog food. And with golden retrievers especially, we kind of worry, because something people don't realize is a lot of people don't. Golden retrievers have a high incidence of cancers. And so if I had $1 every time I've heard of one getting cancer at an age that wasn't old, I'd have quite a bit of money. And so we're making their own dog food. I think my wife looked up some sort of like farmer's dog food or something online, or maybe it went into Chat GPT and asked them to come up with a recipe, and she does it every week. That's a dog in the background. That's the neighbor dog. But yeah, she makes dog food about every Friday and makes it for the week. And so they get their own little dog food that's, like say, I always see peas and rice, and she put some oats in it this time. And I've even seen her clean the eggshells and put eggshells in there. And just she's really putting the work in. And that's probably their favorite time of the week. They love sitting in the kitchen as my wife is cooking their dog food. And it doesn't smell like the typical dog food, because it's like say it's human food all mixed together between the rice and stuff. So anyway, we're hoping that will prolong their life, give them a good quality life. They seem to enjoy it, and they definitely enjoy the whole cooking process, because they're in there. They know it's for them. Usually Friday night, they know it's them. But yeah, there's Jack, the red one, and there's Josie, the lighter colored one. Josie's just a sweet female, and Jack's the main dog, the leader of the pack, for sure. He's the top dog. He keeps things running. He's not mean by any means, but they both of the other dogs look to him for leadership, and Jack keeps the order. And interesting too is we do a lot of dog sitting for other people. And long as their dogs come in and they don't try to usurp Jack's authority, it's a really fun time to have other dogs in. Um, because they just, most dogs come in, they just kind of follow their place in the dog pack, and we have some really funny times in the backyard where they play and wrestle and run around, and sometimes we have a kiddie pool and they'll jump in that and have a good time. But Jack keeps things pretty structured. There he is. He's looking right at me, waiting for me to do something, I think. He's definitely in tune with me. He's one of, I don't know if you guys have a dog like that, but Jack's the dog that if you're not feeling well, or if you're having just anxiety problems or something along that lines, he seems to figure it out, and he becomes a different dog. He'll come, all of a sudden he comes up right beside you, and becomes almost like like a therapy dog in a way, but he changes his demeanor to kind of fit whatever's happening to you. There's many times whenever I've had anxiety issues, and he's come right up along my side and just kind of took care of me. And I don't know, like I say, not all dogs can do that. Uh, Figure out what's going on. There's Josie in the back of the sticks, and then we have, I don't know if we have, oh, there's Jack right there. Close up, he's getting closer to us. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to jump on here and just, like say, just show you a snippet of my dog life. It's kind of easy going today, not a lot of wrestling going around with them, but it's just relaxing. It's sometimes life you just kind of slow down and enjoy the moments, and dogs help you enjoy the moments. I mean, hopefully you have that same experience, as just to help you slow down life and just enjoy things. Oh, there's Paisley after the my little foster dog just went after that squirrel again. There's been a squirrel for the last 30 minutes that was put on this earth to torture my black and white dog. There she is, Paisley. She's being tortured by that dog, that squirrel, which is kind of funny. There's Josie, kind of walking up on us too. She's gonna lay down near Jack probably. She really, once again, Jack is the top dog, and there's no doubt about it. But like I say, not mean at all. Never bit any of us, anything like that. He'll do that puppy bite with us when he gets excited, which is really fun. There's a close-up of Paisley. But yeah, there it is, Jack and Josie. And Paisley, they're all three, like I said, we just call all three of them golden retrievers. Because you know what? Paisley doesn't know any better. She doesn't know she's not a golden retriever. Nobody told her. There's a good look at Josie right there. Like I say, we used to call her the permanent puppy, because she always looked like a puppy for several years of her life. And to us, she still looks like a puppy. Just like I still see my daughter who's grown up, I see her as a little girl still. And now there she goes down. But yeah, she's a much lighter color than Jack, and there's Jack. Let's see if Jack, let's see if he'll turn his head. Oh, there he is. He's looking at me. He has a pointy head. I don't know if you noticed that. My daughter used to, when she was living at home in school, before she'd have a big test, she would rub the point of the top of his head, that little point. You can see it right there really well. She would rub that for good luck before she would go take a test. I know, it's just funny little things that your family does, but yeah, he kind of has a little pointy head. I've seen a lot of golden retrievers that have really almost a square, blocky head, but Jack has a little notch on the top of his head, and like I say, apparently it has brought luck to my daughter many a times before test. So there you go, you can see it really good again, the little notch. See it up there? yeah, she would rub that head. That's just memories, especially after your kid, after they leave the nest into the jungle, Paisley goes. But yeah, but Josie doesn't have that same notch. You can see it's kind of flatter across her head. Oh, that was a good one. The dog next door is barking. But Josie and Jack do have one parent in common. I just don't know if it was the dad or the mom. But I think that explains why they had the skinnier hips. But they didn't get the same head. You can see it's not near as pointy on Josie's head. Josie, see there, she's look at her. Oh, see that? No, yeah. Her little cuteness can break us down sometimes. Because she is cute as can be, and she's a sweet, sweet dog. And she's your typical golden. Whereas, and you can take her anywhere you want to go, and she doesn't know strangers. Whereas Jack will get a little bit skittish around strangers. Or if anything, we even saw him jump before when a leaf fell from a tree. Or when he was a puppy, he was literally scared of his shadow. So, I don't know. It's just difference of dogs a little bit. Jack. Hey, buddy. Look at him. See there. Oh, he's a gorgeous dude. And there's Josie. Josie Bear. Yeah. So we call her Josie, Jojo, Josie Bear, permanent puppy, you name it. We call her everything. I mean, she maybe can get a fly. No. And then back, let's see if I can. There's Paisley over there. She doesn't lounge as much as Jack and Josie do. And I mean, like say, she's probably more of a nervous dog, or on point, wanting to hunt around. And like say that squirrel, which by the way, that squirrel, I can see it in a tree right now, and it's about to get back on it keeps getting on top of the privacy fence. And Paisley, the black and white dog, keeps chasing it. Like, there she goes. She's never going to catch that squirrel, but she thinks she is. She does. So anyway, I got to get ready to get off here, but I just wanted to show you guys just a little snippet of different snippet of someone's life. I'm sure you guys have a snippet of your life, and that's a relaxing thing. This helps me slow down. Just slow down, enjoy it, and enjoy your dogs. They're given to us from God, and they help us. They're perfect companions, and they make me laugh and enjoy life. And they're better than any prescription drug to help lower your anxiety as a dog. They are the ultimate anti-anxiety drug. So I hope you enjoy this and have a good day. And if you get a chance, like this channel. I try to do stuff every once in a while. I don't do the live stuff very often, but I might start. It's kind of nice talking things out. But whoever sees this, I hope you have a great day. So see you soon, perhaps.